Hello class. So now we are going to start with a new chapter, that is Civics chapter 4, Working of Institutions. Now, as we know in our country, we have our three pillars, that is legislature, executive and judiciary. So now the institutions which are coming under them, how are they working? What are the powers given to them? What is the communication basics between them? What are the powers of a prime minister? What are the powers of president? What is judiciary? How do they play their role in the economy? So all these things we are going to learn in this chapter. These are the major topics. So the topics which we are going to cover: office memorandum, what is Mandal Commission, opposition which happened against Mandal Commission, political institutions like parliament, executives, judiciary, power of prime minister and president, who are cabinet ministers, what is permanent and political executive. So all these things we are going to cover in this chapter. So let's begin with office memorandum. What is office memorandum? Office memorandum means it is a communication which is issued by an appropriate authority who is stating the policy or decision of the government. The government, they issue so many, it can be hundreds of orders, thousands of orders. Every day they are issuing some or the other order which is applicable to different matters. So, a office memorandum is the culmination of all the long chain of events which are taking place. So, when we culminate all these events together, they are known as office memorandum. Clear? Now, what is Mandal Commission and why this commission got the name Mandal? Our government had appointed second backward classes commission in 1979 because the scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, the weaker section of the society of our country, they were very backward. So the government wanted them to be uplifted. So they appointed a second backward class commission, and the person who headed this commission was known as B.P. Mandal, and he made this commission, so it is also popularly known as Mandal Commission. That's why the name is Mandal Commission on the name of the head, that is who is B.P. Mandal. So it was asked to determine the criteria to identify the socially and educationally backward classes in India, and BP Mandal was asked by the government to recommend some steps which can be taken for the advancement or upliftment of the backward classes. So that was the work which was given to BP Mandal. So the commission, they made a report on this and submitted it on 1980, and they had many recommendations written in the report related to the advancement of weaker section of the society. One of the recommendation which was put forward by BP Mandal was 27% of government jobs should be reserved for socially and economically backward classes. This was one of the recommendation what he has put forward. That means he wanted to say that if we are giving benefit of job reservation to SC, ST people, we named it as that third category as SCBC was introduced during that time. He said that if we keep job reservation, then they can easily come forward, and there will be an upliftment, or the standard living of that group of people will increase, will have a good quality. So these reports, whatever reports he has made in the commission and the recommendations all were discussed in the parliament, and many parties and parliamentaries, they accepted, they demanded the recommendation should be implemented. In 1989, during Lok Sabha election, the Janata Dal Party, they promised that if they will get a chance to form the government, that means if they will be selected in the general election, then they will implement the demand of BP Mandal as giving 27% of government jobs to the SC and ST people. So when they announced this, Janata Dal, they formed the government. Their leader was VP Singh, who became the Prime Minister. And also, he took different measures to implement the commissioned report, which was put forward by VP Mandal. And finally, it was implemented in the official memorandum as OM. OM means Official Memorandum number 36012-3190, which was born on April 13, 1990. So this 27% of government job became a law and it was implemented in the official memorandum under VP Singh as Janata Dal Party became the government. Now, when this was implemented, what was the reaction of the people? It was the most hotly debated issue in the country. Newspapers, magazines, everywhere there were full of different views related to this opinion. Some were against, some were for. There were protests, there were counter protests, violent protests were also there because it was affecting thousands of job opportunities to the general class people. Because if we are giving 27% of the government jobs, then the remaining will be divided to the general class people which are there in n number in our country. So there was a question mark of job opportunity to everyone. Some felt that because of the inequality, the reservation is very important. Some felt if we are keeping reservation, it is going to affect proper qualified job people or not. Because some people who are coming in ST and they are not properly qualified, they are getting the benefit of reservation, and the other person who is more qualified for that job is not getting the chance. So that was the question which was raised by the public. They considered that it would hamper the national unity of our country. There were some people or some association also who have filed cases in the court against this implementation. Supreme Court of India, they kept all these cases together, and this case of implementing of job reservation, this case was known as Indira Samhay and others versus Union of India case. That was the name given by the Supreme Court to all these cases together. 11 judges of Supreme Court, they heard the arguments from both the sides, from the government side and the side of the representatives who are standing for the public. So by a majority, the judges in 1992 declared that this order of the government was valid and asked the government to modify its original order. It was written 27% of the government job will be reserved for SC, ST and backward class people. So now, after listening to the arguments, what did the judiciary say? That this implementation is correct, valid, but some changes should be made in the original order. It said that well-to-do person from the backward class should be excluded from getting reservation. SC, ST, backward class, that does not mean that everyone is poor. There will be well-to-do people also in that group. So it was told that well-to-do people belonging to SC, ST and backward class will be excluded from the reservation. Poor people and who badly needs a job and are in a very poor condition will be only given the reservation. Well-to-do people will not be allowed, whether they are, no matter if they are in SC, ST or backward also. So this was the change which was made in the original order. And then the Department of Personnel Training, they issued another memorandum making this changes of well-to-do people removed from the reservation. Now, what do you mean by political institutions? In our country, in India, the political institutions are arranged for carrying different tasks of our country. Because in modern democracy, the arrangement, the political institution arrangements in our modern democracy are also known as institutions. That is what we are going to learn in this chapter, that how does this different institution works in our country. So working of institutions or working with institutions are not easy. It has lots of rules and regulations. This can even bind the hands of leaders. Institutions also involves different kind of meetings are held, committees are called, then they often, play, what we say, bring some law, new law, or some old law is removed. There can be often delays and and complications can also happen. So in many ways, the institutions work. So some of the delay and complications are very useful. They provide opportunity for a wider set of people to be consulted in any decision. So now in India, which are the three important political institutions and what is their role? How do they implement the thing? That we are going to learn in the next session. So till now, I believe you have understood about Mandal Commission, how it got the name Mandal Commission and what was put forward as recommendation to improve the backward class, what was the reaction of the people on that, what is the meaning of office memorandum, right? So in the next class, we will be seeing or we will be learning the three important political institutions and their working in our country. That's it. Thank you.